Hello students, welcome to Eshwari Thaniksha channel. So in this video we are going to study what is reflection, what is refraction and the laws of reflection and also plane mirror and properties of plane mirror. So we are going to study in this video. So first let us see what is reflection of light and what is refraction of light. Students, as you know that always light will be traveling in straight line like this. So this in your lower class you would have studied. Light always travels in a straight line like this. But when an object comes in between, so here we are going to place some object. So object, it can be glass, it can be stone. So some object we are going to place in between. So this is an abstraction. So object we are going to place. Then what happens to this rays? So here this light rays, most of the light rays, what happens is they will go and they will hit the object and they will bounce back like this. So if they are bouncing back like this, then this is called as a reflection of light. Reflection of light. Suppose another case we will take. So this is the object we have taken. Suppose you think this is glass. So now light rays travel like this. So when it hit the object, and if you see this light ray, if it bends like this, so this bending of light, so if there is bending of light, then this property is called as a refraction of light. Refraction of light. So can you see the difference between these two process? That is, the object is there. If the light is hitting the object and if it is bouncing back in the same medium, so it came from here, it is not passing the object. So instead of passing through the object, what it does is it just bounces back like this. If this happens, then this phenomenon is called as reflection of light. Whereas here you see it is passing through the medium. So passing through the medium and then it comes out from the other side, and you can see the direction also changes. So suppose if it is moving in a straight line, then it should pass like this. So instead of that, after hitting the object, it passes through the object and then it bends. So the direction is going to change. So this bending of light is called as refraction of light. So is that clear? Is that clear difference between reflection of light and refraction of light? So now let us study the laws of reflection. So just now we studied reflection of light. So what is reflection of light? Bouncing back of light rays after hitting the object. After hitting the object is called as reflection of light. So now we are going to study the laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. So this is very important. So this will be asked in your examination for 2 marks. State the laws of reflection of light. So there are 2 laws. So let us study the first law. So first law of reflection. So what it says is, first let us see what it says and then let us try to understand it. So what it says is the angle of incident. So this is called, we generally represent as I. Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection of light. So here I is called as incident ray, or you can say angle of incidence. So here this is called as angle of incidence, and this is called as angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. So what is the meaning of this? So the meaning of this is, suppose here we are keeping an object like this. So this is the object we have placed. So this is the object. So now there is a light ray which comes and hits like this. It is coming like this and hitting the object like this. So once it hits, what happens is it will bounce back like this. So it bounces back. So here what we have to do is we have to draw a normal. So here let us draw the normal. So I'll tell you what is normal. Normal is nothing but a line which is drawn at 90 degree to the object. So this is the object. So to the object, if you draw a line at 90 degree, so this is called as normal. So we have drawn a light ray which is incident on the object. This is the incident ray. After hitting the surface, it is getting reflected like this. Okay, to this we are going to draw a normal. It should be 90 degree to the object. So now this angle. So now this angle is called as angle of incidence, and this angle is called as angle of reflection. So can you see here this angle from this line, from here this line to this normal. So this angle is called as angle of incidence. Same way this angle is called as angle of reflection. So always remember that this angle should be equal to this angle. Meaning is, if angle of incidence is equal to 30 degree, then what will be the angle of reflection? The angle of reflection will also be equal to 30 degree. Suppose if angle of incidence is equal to 50 degree, what is angle of reflection? Angle of reflection will also be equal to 50 degree. So that is what we have written here. The angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Is that clear? This is called as first law of reflection. Now let us study the second law of reflection. Second law of reflection. So what second law of reflection says is, incident ray normal. So n is normal and the reflected ray. So all are in the same plane. All will lie in the same plane. So what is IR? IR is the incident ray. Incident ray. N is normal and RR is reflected ray. Reflected ray. So this is reflected ray, this is normal, and this is incident ray. So all these three will lie in the same plane. So did you understand the meaning of this lying in the same plane? So usually we draw, there are three planes, X plane. So let me draw here. So we are keeping a book here. So keep one book here on the ground. So let us take this as X plane. Now one more book, you place it vertically like this. So this book is called as, is in the Y plane. And then one more we will take. So keep it like this obliquely, slant like this. So this is the Z plane. So here what we have written is incident ray, the normal, the reflected ray, all are lying in the same plane. Meaning is, see here, this is called as incident ray. This is called as reflected ray. This line is called as normal. So all these three are in the same plane. Meaning is, out of this three plane, X plane, Y plane and Z plane, these three plane will lie in a single plane. So on the X plane it can lie. So that is the meaning of lying in the same plane. You will never see incident ray in one plane, then reflected ray in another plane, and then normal in the other plane. So in different planes you will not see, all are lying in the same plane. So if you take x plane, so they will lie in the x plane. So that is the meaning of lying in the same plane. Is that clear? So these are the two laws of reflection of light. So now let us quickly revise about the plane mirror, which you would have studied in your previous class. So next is plane mirror. So what is a plane mirror? So plane mirror is nothing but an object which is flat. So it should be flat and it should be smooth. So this is the plane mirror. It should be flat and smooth. Flat and smooth. So such a mirror is called as plane mirror. So now what are the properties of the image which is formed in the plane mirror? So important properties we are going to see. So first one is the image formed is always virtual. So there are two types of images formed. One is called as real image. Second is called as virtual image. Here in the plane mirror you can see virtual images formed. Meaning is, suppose here there is an object. So here I'll place an object. So this is an object. So it can be anything. Suppose a boy is standing here. So here a boy is standing and looking at the mirror. So now where the image will be formed, so the image will appear to be formed behind the mirror. So this is mirror and this is in front of the mirror. This is front of the mirror and this is back of the mirror. So here the image appears to be formed behind the mirror. So that is called as virtual image. Virtual meaning is not real. That is the meaning, not real. It is not the real image. It appears to be formed behind the mirror. So here the image, so the image appears to be formed. So this is the image formed. So image appears to be formed behind the mirror. So this is called as virtual. So the image formed is virtual. And second is erect. Erect. Erect means it is straight. So here head you can see and then legs. So same way here the body will be upright. Head you can see and here you can see the legs. So this is called as erect. Opposite to erect is inverted. So inverted means head will be down and you can see body upside down. But here erect image is formed. Meaning is upright image will be formed. And third important is the image formed will be of same size of that of the object. So the size is same. So here you can see this is the size of the object. So the image also will be of same size. Can you see here? The image also will be of same size. You will not see a smaller size or a bigger size image. So same size image will be formed as that of the object. So this is the third important point. So next we will see the fourth one. So fourth important point is the image will be formed at the same distance as that of the object from the mirror. Same distance. Same distance. Meaning is, so see here from the mirror, if the object is at a distance of 1 meter away, then the image also appears to be formed at 1 meter away from the mirror. So this distance and this distance will be same. Suppose here if the distance is 5 meter, then the distance from the mirror to the image is also found to be 5 meter. So that is same distance. So the distance between the mirror and the object will be same as that of mirror and the image. So at the same distance it is formed. So this is the fourth point. Next, the last point is the image is laterally inverted. Laterally inverted. So laterally inverted meaning is, suppose here the image, here the object is there, the boy is present here. So he will lift his right hand. But in the image, if you see, it appears as though he is lifting his left hand. Here he is raising his right hand, but here in the image it appears he is raising his left hand. So it is laterally inverted. That is the meaning. So right side if you raise, left side it appears it is raising left side. So that is the meaning of lateral inversion. So this you would have seen in the mirrors, all the mirrors, face mirror, if you see, this easily you can observe. So if you raise left hand, so it appears that you are raising right hand. So these are the important properties of the image which is formed in the plane mirror. So students, in the next video we will see about the spherical mirrors and its properties. So I hope it is clear to you. I'll meet you in the next video, students. If you are new to our channel, subscribe our channel and also share this video with your friends.